It's time for another Pupdate with Mumbles and Mr. Dancer. So guys, on today's episode of Mumbles and Dancer Pupdates, we're talking about fire safety and fire prevention and how you can best keep your pet safe during one of these catastrophes. So let's jump straight into that. I'm gonna go put Dancer down. So guys, I put Dancer down for this segment, and now we're gonna talk about fire safety, how you can not only prevent fires, but how you can have your dog prepared in case there is a fire. So first thing we're gonna do is talk about how to prevent fires. Guys, my first tip for you guys today is if you are someone who uses candles, consider getting a candle that is flameless. Now, there's all different kinds of candles out there that are flameless. They basically are battery powered and they won't cause a fire. So if your dog does accidentally tip it over, there's no chance that anything will catch on fire. So that's my first tip today. My second tip is if your dog is tall enough to reach up on your counter or where things such as the stove knobs are or anything like that, consider getting something to cover those stove knobs. They do have child-proofing things that can be put on your stove and things like that so that if it gets bumped, it won't actually turn. You may want to consider doing that, especially if your dog is one to jump and reach up and turn things or do whatever they want to do. So that is my second tip. You can actually cover your knobs and things that are dangerous for a dog to mess with. My third tip for you guys today is electrical cords, guys. If your dog is a chewer, someone who gets in trouble, and you just never can really trust them as to what they might chew next, consider covering or putting up all electrical cords, guys. If they chew into an electrical cord, not only can they zap themselves, because you know you're putting a wet tooth into a cord, but they can also cause a fire. This is not something you obviously want because who wants a fire? So consider putting these electrical cords up. My fourth tip for you guys today is, as we've all seen, they do have special plugs that are childproof. But beyond that, you can also get the old handy dandy plastic covers that you can stick in your electrical outlets. This is something I believe I've talked about in previous puppy proofing videos, but if you have a dog who you just, you don't trust them, you can get those plastic things, you can put them right there into the electrical outlet. That way they can't get in there to do anything to the electrical outlet. My sixth and final tip is be aware of the type of bowl you are using for your dog. If it's something that sits outside, you need to make sure that it does not reflect off of your deck that can cause a fire. If it's a certain kind of glass where you can see the sunlight coming through it, that's gonna get superheated and it can actually cause a fire if you're sitting it on your deck or someplace that is flammable. So please do be aware of that. Get them an appropriate bowl for outside. Now guys, as far as tips in the event that there is a fire to help you save your dog, here are some tips that I have for you guys today. The first tip that I have for you guys today is, this is a tip just that you should always follow no matter what. Always keep a dog collar on your dog at all times. Guys, when a firefighter goes in, usually if your dog is home alone and it's, not hurt or anything, the first instinct for them to do is run out the door because they want to get away from the fire. This can mean that your dog could get out. They might not know, if you're in an apartment complex or whatever, they might not know whose dog it is. Keep a collar on your dog at all times. Even if they're chipped, keep a collar on your dog. Will make the firefighters and your life a lot easier. So my second tip is, if you're going away for a while, you may want to consider penning your dog up in a room near an exit. So if the firefighters do go to come in, that they can see your dog right there, they can get them out, no problem. So guys, my third tip for you guys today is put up a sign that alerts firefighters that, hey, there's an animal in this house. They have little window things that you can actually buy that say something such as, save my pet, and then you can list how many pets you have, what their names is, blah, 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 blah. If you may want to consider getting something like this so that in the event of a fire, your firefighters know, hey, dog in there that I need to save. Hey, cat in there that I need to save. Hey, iguana in there that I need to save. Whatever you have, they know to save it. Now guys, another tip that I have for you guys today is consider using monitored smoke alarms. Yes, there's regular smoke alarms, and smoke alarms are great, and usually a dog will alert you when there is a fire. But guys, sometimes it can even take a dog by surprise. And if they're at home alone barking and saying, hey, fire, 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 and nobody is there to help them, then what good does it do? So you should consider getting monitored smoke alarms so that if there is a fire, the firefighters will know, get there as soon as possible, and hopefully save your dog. Another tip that I have for you guys today is make mental notes and make physical notes as to where your dog likes to hide. If they are one that likes to go into the bed like Dancer does sometimes, consider writing down that, hey, my dog likes to go into the bed, or knowing where your dog is at all times. So you're not running through the house going, Dancer, 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 where are you, Dancer, Dancer? You'll know the places that you can go to look quickly and efficiently. My final tip is make an emergency kit. Just like a human can be without a house or home or anything like that, dogs can too. They need dog food. They need all that kind of stuff that you would put in your normal emergency kit. Have a little kit for your dog too, just to be safe. So guys, these are my tips for fire prevention and fire safety. I hope that they help you, and I hope that this never is something that befalls you. But if it does, I hope that you're prepared and that you and your dog will be happy and protected. So now guys, I'm going to go get Dancer so we can finish up this video. So guys, now as with every week, it is time for our Pop and Play segment where you get to see this cute little guy have all sorts of fun doing all sorts of different things. And here it is. Anyways, guys, this has been another episode of Mumbles and Dancer Pupdates. I hope you guys all enjoyed this and this helps keep you and your pet safe and secure. Dancer and I are going to go for a walk, so I want to thank you guys all so much for joining us. Please smack that subscribe button, smack the like button, smack all those buttons. And we will see you guys all in the next video. Bye-bye, everyone. Take care. Say bye-bye, Mr. Dancer. Say bye-bye. Bye-bye, everyone. Take care.